What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Dota 1 commentary brought to you by yours truly, B-Ballin, and with me is a very special guest. This is Luminous.
What's up?
Yeah, it's been a while since you've seen this game. I actually have not followed the Dota 1 scene at all, so I can't even tell you why they banned this or why they picked this. But I imagine it's very similar, but I picked this game because I haven't done anything in a while, and there's no really Dota 2 tournaments going on. And the Dota 1 replay has been mediocre, to say the least. So I picked this game because TT, which is a Thailand team, has a pretty interesting lineup. One that is sort of similar to the one IG ran in the so-called infamous The Play of TI2.
Yeah, I agree so far.
Enthralling analysis by Luminous as usual. But yeah, just looking over the picks and bans, Furion, blah blah blah. You can see that SVR, once they saw the first three picks, they're like, oh crap, we need to ban Enigma and Puck, and then they let them get Tide and Lesh. So SVR, they're going to be screwed unless, TT screws it up themselves.
Yo, all I'm saying right now is that Sentinel's got some mass survival heroes, so it's gonna be hard to get kills.
Yeah.
Unless you go the play combo on them, which can be quite possible.
But the thing about that is that you have to wait for Tide Ravage, which is 150 seconds.
Yes, and also even when the Tide Ravage is up, it does have that long casting time, so it allows you could actually Sakuchi away, and depending how quick you are on the blink, you could probably blink away before those tentacles from ground impales you from below. And of course,
how
you could definitely turn on borrow time if you choose to need to do so. So there's a couple ways to get out of it for the Sentinel side.
And we all know how much Loomis gets hot and excited about those tentacles emerging from the ground. Anyway, I was going to talk about one thing, but, well, anyway, they could take probably more frequent team fights at level 16, considering that this Leshrac is Arzar-esque.
No Leshrac is Arzar-esque. I don't even know who this is, but I don't think he's Arzar-esque. But we'll find out.
Yes, we will. So SVR Cambodian team, we're going to unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. SVR ES, a Cambodian team that made a splash. They emerged onto the scene in GEST July, where they got 4th. I can't remember what they got in this past GST. I know they got top 8 for sure. And they've been looking pretty powerful, showing the power of Cambodian Dota. So I'll go over their squad. Looks like the Star is playing Invoker, EE is playing the Abaddon, B is playing the Queen of Pain, Nakam is playing the Weaver, and 520 is playing the Earthshaker. And of course, another reason why I had to do this is because I wanted to cast a game where we could see a Dota 1 hero that's not yet in Dota 2, which is the Abaddon.
I think Abaddon is going to be one of the heroes soon to be released in Dota 2. That's just my guess on it. I have no official confirmation, but if I do guess it right, it's just a coincidence. On the Scourge side, we have C playing the TIE Hunter, Ancient Aberration being handled by CTW, Naga Siren being played by NT. On bot lane, it's going to be a Long Lane Dark Seer being handled by DD. I think I've seen that name before. And Miggy, not Migo, is going to be going mid. Hopefully playing an Ancient Aberration, or not Ancient Aberration, playing that AA-worthy Leshrac.
Yep, and looks like Queen of Pain might be caught out a little bit out of position, but she should just be able to blink away. Naga, did she skill net? No. Looks like she's going to try to cast down Abaddon, but I think if she cast net, they would have been able to do a bit more damage, but they probably wouldn't have gotten the kill, and Naga is unable to get any more damage. But still, it might have been a missed opportunity if AO is in position, but still, they're going to waste all of 2 tangos. Dang.
Interesting start in Southern East Asian Dota. Generally, we see about 10 kills by now, but so far we see 0. So I'm bored of this game already.
Dang, harsh words by Lewis. Harsh words.
Just saying it as I see it, man.
Anyway, Invoker versus Leshrac. Invoker should have the advantage, considering Leshrac is quite squishy and his stun is a bit tricky to land without any setup. But considering the small choke point in the mid lane, it could be easier said than done. At the top lane, it's going to be a dual lane of Abaddon protecting the Queen of Pain. So they recognize, alright, Queen of Pain, she's fallen out of favor a bit in the Southeast Asian scene because they know once you gank her through early, she has to defend time. But it looks like this Travis is going to keep her back. The bottom lane Dark Seer is just going to try to push away with the on-shell so it could get pushed back to his tower. So, pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, one thing you want to point out here on the top lane is that the Aphotic Shield does debuff certain stuns. So, or actually not stuns, just kind of any kind of spell coming your way. So if you get stunned by a Magic Missile, if you get Gush, and that Aphotic Shield drops on you, you are going to just debuff everything. I'm not sure if it debuffs net, so we'll see right about now. There's going to be a debuff, but there's a net that goes through it. Right click on the Abaddon here. Abaddon going to be getting up first play. Who's going to pick it up? It's going to be Ancient Aberration. Nicely played. There's a lot of slows, a lot of stuns in this lane, and not surprisingly that they can claim us first. Quick, easy, and first blood.
Yeah, that's the problem with the melee supports, which is why we don't see really too much Omni Knight anymore. Is that, you know, they can be killed quite easily. But just to go back to that aphotic shield point, he casted it before the Naga Net was casted, so
yeah,
you can do
we
that.
still don't know what are the buffs.
But I'm pretty sure since Net is like an ensnare type spell, I'm pretty sure we won't get dispelled.
I don't know.
Wait.
Will it? No. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll see throughout this game.
Mr. Mechanic. This should be like a level 3 mech question.
Well, it's not Dota 2 yet, so we can't put it on the Dota show. One thing that Queen of Pain is doing right now is that she's trying to jungle. And yes, you can do this, but you know, not exactly the best way to go about it. And now Abaddon on top lane, sitting there, so lonesome by himself, and he's screwed.
Basically. So right now it seems like the lanes are going quite well for the side of TTPerfect. Dark Seer is getting pretty much free experience, almost level 4. Weaver is not last hitting everything. Well, he's getting a decent amount, 11 and 2, and it's only been 2.5 minutes in.
So that's really good.
And yeah, I mean, it's mostly been pushed to his tower, and considering Weaver is not the best damage, you know, it takes skill. And
yep.
Looks like our Shaker going to be roaming in the shadows, trying to get a gank on TTPerfect and Mickey. And just to get the experience seems to be the same, and Leshak has his bottle, so right now the Thai team looks to be having the advantage. And if they get their combo going, then it's pretty much a wash for the Perfect squad.
We're going to see again coming on the mid lane here. Level 2 Queen of Pain, I imagine, is going to be a Shadow Strike, and there's a Shaker coming in, okay, maybe, yes. He could actually go for the Shaker kill. It's going to be absolutely easy. He does see the Shaker now, and just going to right-click him away. Queen of Pain, very patient in the mid lane. That Invis Rune should be running out right about now. Again, Shadow Strike plus Cold Snap. It's going to be a for sure free kill, and we might see it right about now.
Yeah, they did see Queen of Pain pick up the room because they had wards, but here comes a Fissure Shadow Strike coming in as well. Split Earth stunning nicely, catching 2 heroes, Arzar-esque, and Leshak is going to go into the trees. And that was a nice play by Leshak. That Split Earth, even though it was level 2, it's still not the biggest AoE, but he still managed to catch 2 heroes, so a little bit of mispositioning, saved Leshak's life, and cost Queen of Pain hers. So right now, nothing is going in favor of SVR.
Yeah, something you don't see in kind of European scene a lot of this. Leshak going for the lightning build, and we saw it kind of use it to very, very good effect. Helped him kind of nuke down a couple guys. And if the Queen of Pain was not was able to blink away, the lightning probably would have chased him down anyways. And that explains why Leshak did not go for the Shaker, because if he had the Edict build, that would have been a for sure free kill. But lightning build also has its uses, and we just saw it there. And I guess in the mid lane, out pushing the Invoker is going to be key, but he really does not have his bottle yet. No, still bottle crawling. It's flying in the mid lane there. I guess one thing about the lightning build, which surprised me a little bit here, is that Pinoy's, or Southern East Asians anyways, in general, they just bottle crawl anyway, so there's really no need to use the lightning to push, but I guess it's a good harass/farming technique still.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it makes a bit more sense in this lane. It's not like he's going to be pushing towers against the Invoker very fast. This Invoker going for Quas. I don't remember if I saw Exor or Wex, so could be either.
I saw him tornado. It was a pretty long range tornado, so it's a Quas Wex.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd. In the Southeast Asian scene, they like to go for the Exort build. But considering that they're not going to get too many ganks going, I guess Sunstrike is not really the spell of choice. So maybe he wants to hold out in the mid game, get that tornado going. You know, Dark Seer is just having incredible time, 26 CS compared to Weaver's 24. And who do you think wins in a matchup between Naga versus Weaver, theoretically?
Well, I guess Naga and Weaver, they kind of do different things. Like, Weaver is trying to be the chaser, trying to be kind of the late game carry, whereas Naga just sets up this team. So I don't know. It really comes down to support. And speaking of support, it's Abaddon and Shaker on the top lane, sort of, and then Queen of Pain jungling. So I really just don't like how the game's going right now. Mid lane tornado dropping on. Oh, it's so short. That's an Asian tornado by an Asian player.
Dang.
Yeah.
Speaking like a true Asian right there. Anyway, Abaddon gonna pop his aphotic shield, just gonna be fine. He's staying very close to tower range, and he does have the support of Earthshaker. Just check out the levels on Abaddon. He's level 2.5, he's not having a good time either. So right now, SBR, even though they've been looking quite strong, seem to have difficulty in the lanes, but keep in mind in the Southeast Asian scene, lanes don't really mean that much.
Lanes don't mean anything, farm don't usually mean too much. It's gonna be getting kills, and speaking of getting kills, it's gonna be somewhat difficult to get kills against the Sentinel. They have Fissure, great defense spell, they have Sakuchi, Time Lapse, Borrow Time, Aphotic Shield that debuffs, there's Blink. So how, of course, Tornado, Wex, you are very, very quick. You have Ghost Walk. How the hell are you gonna get any kills if you're Scourge? Unless you're going for the big wombo combo, which you can't really do it all the freaking time. So TTPerfect looks pretty good right now, but you know.
You know what's funny? Even though I am a Toby fan, is that other casters starting emulating calling Weaver Shikuchi Shuki. Like other casters are doing it as well, and it's
Really?
it's pretty funny. Meanwhile, Leshek gonna do some harassment on Invoker.
Who's doing
And
that?
there's gonna be a dive. I don't know, just some people, I think. And there's gonna be a dive on the bottom lane. Queen of Pain so much Charles. Darkseer easily picks up a kill. So DD, not the DD for LGD, but just normal DD. Managed to pick up a kill, and he got Tranquil.
DDs. Yeah, on the top lane, this is not the best killing lane now. Weaver switches on top because the Queen of Pain is just having no game at all. Got no game like a scrub.
You'd think Queen of Pain would have some game. She's an attractive lady. She probably gets a lot of.
Well, Naga don't
action.
swing that way, so.
Well, you never know. She has illusions, so she could be doing some weird stuff with them. Just saying.
I don't know where this cast is going right now, but okay, Arcane Boot gets picked up on Naga Siren. Pretty decent boot choice. You see Naga go Arcanes anyways, but in a trial lane, are they gonna go on Naga? I don't really think that's even possible, but they're gonna try, and they're not gonna do too much.
Well, Weaver can't do much damage. He can survive with a Death Call, Fissure, and a Fog Shield backing him up. So right now, this Weaver should have a relatively safe time doing some harassment, but he doesn't face against that long-range Ancient Apparition harassment. Meanwhile, Weaver has short range, he doesn't have supports bringing the rest themselves, and not too much roaming going on. It's only 8 minutes in the game, but, usually...
This feels like a Chinese game. There's no kills.
Yeah. And Weaver's just gonna get gushed. He's gonna get cold feet. He's gonna run an A-OK. And I guess we can talk about wards, because Perfect has placed a very, very offensive ward just to scout TPs. Will this actually see the tower? I'm not sure. I
want to say no. We could check right now.
Meanwhile, bottom lane looks like Queen of Pain is dying once again to the Dark Seer. This Dark Seer is just having a grand old time. Invoker's going to teleport, and can he land the Tornado? Here comes the Tornado, catching him nicely in the choke. Dark Seer does take the fall, so nice counter ganking by the Invoker. But they lost Queen of Pain once again. And Queen of Pain in the Southeast Asian scene is not really the omnipresent being that she used to be. They realized, okay, in the early game, Queen of Pain has one level of Blink, and it's not really the furthest distance, so if you gank her, then she's not going to have a good time. So,
yeah, meanwhile, when you gank her, that Shrek on the mid lane's having whatever he wants. Already picked up a... Uh-oh, here we go! Do we have Ravage up just yet? No, Splitter, that's gonna hit on one, but with a haste rune, they should be getting so many kills. Nice Fissure Block, sort of. They got one kill, and that's all they got, which, by the way, for a Song of Siren investment, that's actually not too much. Weaver threatening to go for the kill. His Invis, he's gonna use time-lapse backwards, because if he didn't, he would have been right dead. Tornado coming from here, the Invoker, gotta be careful. Here we go. Leshrac coming in. I still don't think he has any points into Edict. Splitter, if that's gonna hit right now. Lightning for a little bit extra damage, but really they're not gonna get a kill unless they have. Well. All right. No detection.
Ghost Walk is popped, and Leshrac without Edict. Not going to be doing too much pushing, not going to get up close and personal damage, but he got some solid nuke damage. But still, considering Leshrac has not died, he's been able to be in a couple kills, so you will get that max point Edict soon enough. Meanwhile, Darkseer cutting off the creep lane as I missed a kill on the top lane. Nakia managed to pick off NT, which is the Naga. It is a Naga. Don't know how Naga got caught out of position right there.
Yeah, well, when the song's down, very good time to go for a kill. It does have 180-second cooldown on level 1. That translates into 3 minutes for those of you guys who are not too much familiar with math. It's a long cooldown, one of the longest cooldown for a non-ultimate spell, or just a spell in general, so, it's all good.
I think it's only surpassed by a Black Hole at level 1, which is 200 seconds? 160? I don't know.
You really want to test, Dota knowledge with Luminous?
I'm asking you. I'm not testing you. I'm asking you.
Level 1 reincarnation with SK has 260. Meanwhile, there's a kill in the mid lane. Hope we caught that.
Nope.
Because right now, exciting cast going on.
Very professional. Darkseer is going to be in a lot of trouble. Invoker teleporting into the bottom lane. Darkseer jukes nicely. He's going to escape away from the tower. Shadow Strike will not tick in, and Darkseer should be A-OK unless Invoker manages to hit the Tornado of his life. Nope. Tranquility Boot's going to be able to heal up Darkseer a bit. And right now, TTPerfect is having a grand old time in this game. And just checking out the farm. Naga has 63 CS, meanwhile Weaver, on the other hand, has 46. So, considering that the teamfight potential has not really been, beautifully set up just yet, and considering Tyranitar is about to hit level 6, SBR might be in a bit of trouble, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, they're already kind of in trouble. They're losing mostly every single lane. Queen of Pain has not done a jack squat yet, and I don't think she would do anything anytime soon. Level 7, I mean, she needs 11, and she needs like a freaking Blusto, I want to say, in this game is good, but it looks like a pretty big fight's going to break out on the top lane here. Fissure on the Naga Siren, just for a little bit of harass. With the Fissure on CD, they could make go with the Naga net. Are they going to go? So, yeah, here we go. Time lapse being used, immediate heal, Vacuum on 2, Ravage on 2 as well. There's 1 kill, there's a 2nd kill. That Weaver had no chance despite having spells like Sakuchi and Time Lapse. Use one of them was not able to make it live. That's the wombo combo we've seen, and it's only going to get stronger.
It's not really even a wombo combo. Dark Seer just synergizes so well with pretty much any lineup with the area of effect that it's kind of difficult to say wombo combo. It's just a Dark Seer.
Players' forces are under attack.
Just Vacuum.
Just Vacuum.
Yeah, also, I mean, the Surge is pretty nice for your AoE, the slow AoE here to walk in. Vacuum backwards, Anger Smash, right clicks. Look at the Iron Shell damage, and that cow, survives with just 20 HP, and that's going to be fine. Nice, strong, powerful counter ganks from Invoker. But here comes the Naga. They're going to focus now on Invoker, trying to go into Invis, perhaps. He is going to go into Invis, but the net will reveal you. And that now the gank coming around Weaver, trying to right-click down Dark Seer. Dark Seer will just get himself out there. Fissure blocking away to Tidehunter. Tidehunter still wanting to fight. He has about mana for one more Anger Smash. She's still tanking up 7 charges and 1 is going to pop it right now. Meanwhile, Dark Seer, the Naga Siren gets 1 kill. Weaver still going in. Oh, the juke by Tide, and the tower being tanked by the Dark Seer. He's gonna run out like that. He is gonna run out like that.
God.
That is some sick team plays. Of course, the Buckler charge being used on the Dark Seer. That was a nice game as well, man. The Scourge got game. Sentinel got none.
I think they're a bit inspired by all the TI2 play. We don't usually see, Naga Dark Seer. Well, usually in the Southeast Asian scene, we didn't see a Naga ban. But Dark Seer, not as much. Tide definitely does not see nearly as much play. But I guess teams around the world, even in Dota 1, are getting inspired by TI2, just saying, oh, Dark Seer, pretty good hero in conjunction with Tide. We should probably pick him up more.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't forget about Ancient Apparition. If you do line it perfectly, it's just awesome. Splurf as a 2-second stun, and it does quite a bit of damage as well. So, of course, Pulse Nova cannot be forgotten as well. So, Scourge has so much AoE damage that, if Sentinel get caught, 3 of them get caught, they just lose the team fight, they lose a couple of towers, they're going to lose some racks. It's going to be up to SBR to not get caught, and that's kind of difficult in a sudden East Asian game where they're constantly hunting for you.
Yeah, and even though farm is not usually the key factor in Southeast Asian scene, to say the least, considering that no towers are taken, just look at the farm, you can see that 3 people have more farm than, anybody have higher farm than anybody else on the SVR squad. That is to say, the Leshrac, the Naga, and the Dark Seer all have greater farm than anybody else on the SVR squad. The Sonic Wave comes in, melts everybody, and by everybody I mean just the Naga Siren. Ancient Apparition gets caught between a rock and a cow.
That was one of the best Fissure I've ever seen, and the Queen of Pain contributing despite not having the best start, and that's very, very important for her because she just got herself about a level by getting 2 kills for his teammates, so she's going to try to hit level 11. Meanwhile, we have Nerubian Weaver going for the very, very lovable Lincoln Sphere build. And when I say lovable, I mean it really is bad because in a game like this, you need BKB, and I have no idea why the hell he's not getting BKB. But hey, yeah, Lincoln, that's going to block a Ravage. That's going to block a Vacuum. That's going to block a Splurf. That's going to block everything else. No, it's not going to block shit.
Net, and considering, teams don't really like getting detection, he won't be revealed. He's going to be a ninja.
My mind was blown. I have no comeback.
Anyway, Naga teleports in as Dark Seer was managed to pick down that tower. Leshrac should be hitting level 10. I wonder if he got points in Edict or Pulse Nova. Probably going back into Edict because he doesn't really have. He went for straight Force Staff rather than going for any tank build. I'm not really too sure about this because you have Dark Seer. You don't really need to get in position. So I'm not really too sure about Force Staff first on Leshrac.
It's okay, yeah, but I personally don't like it that much. I think he needs HP. Point booster would have been a little bit better, but perhaps he just want to go for big chases. Mid tower's gonna get pushed down. That's gonna be the first tower push down. I feel like we're watching Dota from 2010 right now as we see a gank attempt on the top lane here. Down to about half HP is Lord of Avernus. He's gonna back off. This is 2010 Chinese Dota because 15 minutes in, that's the first tower. That's kind of insane.
Second tower. Anyway, Dark Seer and Leshrac are gonna come in from the rear. Can Dark Seer get the vacuum? He catches 3 people. Does he have backup? Pops the wall. Instantly kills EE, the Abaddon. And can they get anybody else? No, wall is going to be used. And considering wall is pretty short cooldown, looks like they want to go in for more. Here comes the EMP as Naga comes in with the sleep. Can they get the Ravage? Vacuum should still be on cooldown. At the very least, they're going to be able to pick off Invoker. No, net too slow. As did she have enough mana? She did not have enough mana, that was a problem. And she magic wanded after the MP. And here comes Weaver with the Swarm, but already below half HP. Scott immediately time-ups out. Skirt should be able to pick up tower, and I don't really think Sentinel can do too much. Ravage is still up. And here comes the Ravage. Not gonna manage to pick off Mickey the left track at the very least. And HF is gonna be short to follow. Nice tornado catching everybody else. And now it looks like SVR going to make a bit of a comeback, getting 4 heroes for none at this point, and Naga's got to run the heck back. Here comes Electric Exploder, the only catching leader. Can she cast a net? This Naga not having mana seems to be a big problem, as Riptide's going to be casted. Echo Slam coming in as well, but Edict doing so much damage. And here comes another return counter gank, as this game is just all over the place. But one thing that is going right for SVR is that Batten has managed to pick up a lot of levels. They're going to be able to kill the Invoker, and Batten follows right after.
Wow.
Overall, just a chaotic team fight and a bit of sloppiness by TTPerfect, but that EMP just made it. If EMP was not there, then SPR would have lost so much harder.
Yeah, I mean, I think both team was pretty sloppy, more towards the TTPerfect squad because they had the better AoE team fight, and looks like there's more chases happening on the top lane here. Kofi plus, or Cold Snap plus, oh my god, Leshrack's gonna go right in for the kill. Pulse Nova damage, not gonna be enough. He knew he's not gonna live because of the slow as well as the Cold Snap. Meanwhile, Ice Blast hits on the Queen of Pain, she's gonna be fine. But yeah, they dove past 2 towers, and they used the Vacuum Ravage combo, which is, it was not even a combo, it was kind of like everybody's playing Pub Dota, everybody doing their own thing. And ultimately blew all their ultimate. Song of Siren was used as well, Ancient Aberration ultimate was used, and they hit like 1 target each, so kind of poorly done, I gotta say.
Well, the problem was that Vacuum was used so early on that Ravage Song of Siren was used, but here comes a gank on Dark Seer. They're not going to be able to kill him. Dark Seer just too fast, too furious. As, just like I was saying, a Batten before that engagement was level 4, 13 or 14 minutes in. Now he's level 6, so at least he can start doing stuff. And by doing stuff, I mean he's still useless at this point.
Well, actually, I mean, actually, it is pretty important because before then, you could actually just pop him down, like just kill him very quickly and prevent him.
Even with the side damage of the AoE.
Right. I mean, now you can because he'll pop his borrowed time and be in the middle of team fight. It's almost as important as Highlander hits level 6. Not for the fact that he gains his ultimate, but he gains the time to use all his other spells. So he's trying to focus on Ancient Aberration. Ancient Aberration just has no HP. Queen of Pain blinks in here. That's going to be a kill. No, nice mech up here, but a couple more right clicks going to do the job. Iron Shell gets pop here. Fissure does hit on 2, and now Sakuchi going to be used on retreat, but that is Lestrak coming in right now. He will have the 4 staff. Post Nova damage being done.
Naga.
Well, they're going to... Nice borrowed time here from that. Again, you can see that's how powerful it is from a Batten. A nice Fissure tornado. There's a shell on himself right now. Everybody's just surviving, and that's a ooh, nice Sonic Wave. That's gonna get 1. It's gonna go for 2, and Song of Siren and a TP. So damn annoying.
Ooh, says the international 2 crowd. Hissing and jeering comes across from all the screen. As I guess it was still on cooldown because she did use level 1 now last fight, and it's probably been 3 minutes. Now she's level 12, so now his cooldown is 120 seconds. But we're just seeing how much work this Invoker is doing. Tornado EMP all over the place. And I think Leshrack is starting to regret his choice into getting Force Staff first. Otherwise, he'd be able to take up so much more, cast a lot more spell, and Force Staff is just not really doing. He has picked up a point booster. I feel like if Leshrack just picked up a faster, going into either Bloodstone or BKB first, rather than the other choices, this game would be close to over. He'd be sealing the deal, because a farm Leshrack this early on is nothing to be laughed at.
Yeah, perhaps you think his team is going to set him up so he doesn't actually need the extra HP, but that's a lot of confidence in your team, and I'm not sure if the confidence has paid off just yet. But the Force Staff, I mean, still good. Allows him to use it as an escape at the very least, and he has been doing that.
Yeah, but Dark Seer, so...
Well, Dark Seer is, in his own world, walking in 1v4 half the time, so maybe you don't have a Dark Seer.
Dang. As TD is just going to be taking that, going to cry himself to sleep at night now that the great Luminous has just issued an epic murder. He needs
I'm just saying, he's in the middle of team fight initiating with Vacuum. So top lane here, Ancient Aberration Ice Blast hits on Shaker. He's going to be fine. Nobody follow. Yeah, he's walking in very bravely, which is fine. But he has to combo a little bit better with this Leshrack and the TIE Hunter because Vacuum is cool. Vacuum Wall's better, but Vacuum Ravage is by far the best thing in the game.
Yep, and one thing to note is that it was, I think, 2-10 in favor of the TTPerfect esports squad.
Yes.
And now it's 11-15, and considering that, the SVR squad have not taken a tower just yet, and that they have, Invoker hitting the peak of his power, about to finish the Yules you know, a balance being able to survive a bit more. Weaver should have the Lincolns relatively soon, just taking out his gold. Be up in about 250, so it'll be a bit more survival. At least it's going to be able to carry the net, and
yes, the
SVR
net is what you worry about right now.
yeah, SVR is going to be able to get into tip-top shape for the mid-game. And one thing you do have to know is that at this point, Ravage has a long cooldown, and Vacuum can't really be casted twice in a single team fight without the rest of your team dying, so
Right.
it's going to be some trouble.
Yeah, I completely agree. That vacuum is going to be cast in one instance in a team fight. Either you win that team fight right then, or you kind of effed, because they are going to chase you down with Blink, with Sakuchi, with Fissure. They are so good at chasing. It doesn't matter if you have Dark Seer or Force Staff. They are going to hunt you down. Now, one thing to talk about the mid game of Scourge is that Relic is going to be done very, very soon. 3900 go here on the Naga Siren. I'm not sure how it really would change the outbound of game, at least in the next 10 minutes, because I feel like the true strength of the Scourge is still based on that Wombo combo, the AoE machine. So the Radiance shouldn't really do too much, but it's going to allow Naga farm a little bit quicker, allow him to do a little bit extra damage in a team fight. I'm just not sure how much it's going to really come down to, though.
And this Quap, only having 50 CS, well, keep in mind this is Dota 1, it doesn't count neutrals, but has picked up 2 kills and 7 assists, and has finished the Aghanims, level 12, so it'll be a 70-second cooldown. So, you know, that's better than, I think it's 100 at level 2 in the normal Queen of Pain. Here comes Leshak with Edict trying to push down the tower. The Queen of Pain will be able to do significant burst damage. Here comes a Fissure. Can they initiate on the Leshak? Surge going to be used as well to keep him away. And now Leshak's like, why did I get Force Staff again? I'm not too sure. But one thing that you do have to know is that Earthshaker, 1300 gold, and I think by the 25-minute mark, should he get enough money, he will have the Blink Dagger, but here comes a bit of initiation. No, we were just going to run by everything. Queen of Pain going to cast the Shadow Strike. Can Weaver get the Path Block going as Collision Size not being used in effect? Storm coming in as well. Sonic Wave being cast on the left track. Can he force himself away? Darkseer split up. He's going to be able to. Nice Split Earth catching 2 heroes. Ravage catching everybody, but another magical EMP tornado combination. Looks like SVR is going to trade 1 for 1. Nakam died. The Weaver, that is. Meanwhile, Mickey, the Leshak, died on new turn, but Nakam somehow managed to get a kill with Swarm. Not really too sure how that happened. Queen Pain's gonna have to run the heck out, as without Ravage, I think, well, considering everybody else on the TTPerfect esports squad is at full HP. Here comes the sleep.
That was a long-range sleep canceling TP of Purple. Are they going to go for him, or are they going to go for the Shaker? Seems like Shaker's going to be the choice. One more right-click going to do it. There's a Riptide kill. They have still more net. They can still go for it right now, but they're going to back off Surge. Tornado, that's going to hit on Dark Seer. That's going to drain a lot of his duration of the Surge. He's out of it, and here comes the Naga Siren using the net, or baiting the net to kind of get them out. And there's a phase, a Swole in combination of the Yield Scepter, Invoker, jets themselves out there. I gotta say, though, Ravage, Vacuum, Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast used another team fight being lost on the next tier. It was good rotation from the Naga, still came in a little bit late, that picked up a couple extra kills. But they're supposed to be winning these team fights because of their AoE combo. I don't think they're executing it perfectly.
No, like, you see either Ravage, I think Ravage and Vacuum was used, so at least Split Earth set up the Ravage Vacuum.
Yeah.
But Ice Blast didn't come in at the very least. Naga wasn't there, so they could just run away if they could. If they had a Blink, or they have Queen of Pain. And Earthshaker did die at the end, so he's going to be a bit slower to farm up his Blink Dagger. But once he does get that, I mean, SVR is going to have some counter AoE. They have Sonic Wave, they have EMP Tornado, which seems to be hitting everything, either through the lack of, you know, TTPerfect just running into all of them, or the Invoker placing them nicely, as looks like they're going to try to go on the Naga. But with the Earthshaker, Blink Dagger, EMP Tornado, Sonic Wave coming in, with conjunction with the Storm doing a nice amount of physical damage and getting some minus armor, SVR are setting themselves up quite well, and they're going to get a push going.
Yep. I'm not sure whether they are going to really sustain this push. Here comes the Naga Illusion trying to burn down at least a Creep Wave a little bit. They want to sustain the push. Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast comes up on the top. That's... he's going to burn away the shield on the Ruben Weaver. The whole team smoked in right now. That's a team fight we want to see. Surge up. Shell being popped here. Here we go.
No Ravage. No Ravage.
All right, Vacuum into a Split. That's gonna hit on 3. That's beautifully done. Post Nova being dead, and there's a nice borrowed time here. Oh, Sonic Wave as a return answer, and the chase goes the other way, at least for this moment. Let's track down to about half HP. The right click from Weaver, doing a significant amount of damage. Nice, another stun being hit. Force App out, but Sakuchi will be chasing. He's chasing. Is he actually gonna get off? Another Sakuchi being popped, and that's gonna be doing it. The bug was doing so much damage. One more right click. There's a right click, and Weaver will continue to chase. He sees Ancient Apparition. Could easily get the kills here. Swarm is gonna find a Tide. Is he gonna go for the Tide instead? No, gonna go for the A level A. Such a free kill at this moment. Couple more right click. There's a sleep. Oh, it's too late.
No.
Oh man, this Weaver is just hunting everybody down. I think he could still go for the Tide. If he wants to go for it, no, he sees the Dark Seer. He's going to go for the Dark Seer. Still, Tai gushes him, and Tai has a death sentence. Still a lot of mana for this Weaver. He's going to... You're going to go neutrals instead.
Oh, I guess we're starting to see the counter to this mass AoE. Considering that you didn't have Ravage. Was Ravage even used in that fight? You didn't use it. Probably smarter choice considering everybody was split up. But when Ravage is on cooldown, the weakness of the team fight is that, you know, Pinoys, they like to pick mobile heroes to say the least. And even though a nice splitter...
Yeah, I really think Scourge is doing it wrong. It's not the fact that Ravage is not online. We saw how powerful Vacuum and Splitter, just that alone, like it's gonna be able to burst people down. You know, Pulse Nova damage, lightning damage, that's gonna take you over the hump and get you the kills. What really happened wrongly there was Shaker was able to drop his Fissure, Tornado was able to kind of disrupt the team fight. They need Naga to pop the sleep right at the beginning of the team fight, make sure everybody gets caught in the Vacuum. We haven't seen that yet. The Naga Siren ultimate is never really online when they really need it. It's always like used towards the end of the fight, which is, you know, not where you want it to be. You want it in the beginning of the fight. So hopefully TTPerfect picks it up because they're looking less and less perfect as the game progresses.
Yep, 2 towers immediately taken by the side of SVR. Queen just be slow, but I guess should be able to escape just fine. Another tornado flying in. Finally the first tornado that doesn't hit anything as Queen is closing in onto that level 16. Well, she's level 14, so yeah, I'm exaggerating just a bit. One thing you do have to know is that the Earthshaker, 200 gold, 150 gold away from finishing that Blink Dire. And he's good teleporting for the Leshrac. Let's see if, no, that's Weaver. Nice worth, and looks like the Leshrac will be able to escape with help of that Force Staff. But still, I think this Abaddon in conjunction with this very tanky Weaver and this very tanky Invoker, Abaddon's just keeping everybody alive with Splitter. And as long as they have the Tornado flying in to give them 2 to 3 seconds, Abaddon can heal them, drop shield on one, heal up another one, and it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, I mean, Abaddon's probably one of the best answer to this kind of instant kill your entire team because Borrowed Time will activate whether you're stunned or not, and it will bring you at least into safety. And of course, with Aphotic Shield and to a much lesser extent if you heal, you could also bring your teammates to safety. So this is a fairly powerful counter. If you don't burst Weaver down, he's going to time lapse. The Link is fair, again, not helping that particular regard, but at the very least is going to give you some regen as well as strength. My thought is, my question is for you, B-Balling, what's your thought on the quick access on Queen Main? Personally, I hate it very much because it's very nice at level 16, but she finished it when it was like level 12. Yep. I almost think like you should just go for another item first and then go back to the axe up there, but what's your thought on that?
Well, I think it's okay because it gives her a lot of stats. She needs a lot of HP. I think if she can initially survive the burst damage, considering, hey, I mean, we're not using Ravage, we're not using Saga Siren to set it up, we're going to be able to survive the initial burst damage as long as you have the HP. It's a solid choice. I'm not really too big of a fan of Bloodstone on Queen of Pain, just because, you know, if she dies and the other team dies around her, then she can't really do too much by herself. Well, she can do a decent amount, but I think it's probably better than like a BKB or Bloodstone in this case. And considering, you know, it's an investment for the mid to late game. She's going to have that fast Aghanim, and she's going to be able to pick up a Hex quite soon, so she doesn't need to build the Aghanims. So I guess it's a bit of an investment, gives her some HP, and now when she hits level 16, she'll be so difficult to bring down.
I'm kind of surprised that you say it's better than BKB, because I think BKB in a game like this, where you're blocking Ravage, everything, would be pretty good, but, you know, to each their own.
If you get Aphotic Shield on you, then it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Aphotic Shield kind of changes the equation and everything. Invoker trying to do a little bit of distraction for this Roshan. His teammates pushing up top. Right now, the Scourge, they just don't have any kind of AoE. They don't have enough physical DPS, to bring down the Rosh. Invoker trying to do his thing. He's basically moving at 522, but here comes Leshrac. Is he going to just... If he sits a split off Sivir right now, he could probably even go for the kill. Here we go. He's got Yule Step though, so maybe Yule Step. No.
That Leshrac was just like soon, as somehow Brown died. Not really too sure how that happened. Brown, how did you die, man?
Yeah, you got chain stunned by top, by 3 guys. But the Roshan is gonna get ticked off here. Who has it? It's gonna be Naga Siren, imagine. Yep, Naga Siren picks up the Aegis. I think that was a fairly decent exchange for Scourge. A 1-for-1 trade. They got Invoker for a Tide, and they lost a tier 2 tower, but they got Aegis. So, but still, I don't think Aegis is a really tide-turning item in this game.
I see what you did there. As I think you made the same joke at TI2, and now you said the same thing. As Naga has picked up a Reaver, I'd rather see Naga go for a bit more damage. It's not that she can tank everything, but considering when you're chased for 10 hours on end, you're gonna lose your survivability. And when your team is all dead around you, then health won't help you too much. I'd rather see you go for more damage. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm liking the damage a little bit more. I think Purge Blade is a little bit better here. It helps you chase, give you better chase. I think both teams has exceptional chase already, but like you pointed out, sure you could have a heart, but I don't think people will focus Naga at the beginning of the fight. They'll focus on all the squishies like Shrek, like Ancient Apparition, and once they're out of the way, it doesn't matter if you have a heart. They will focus you down, kind of 3v1, 4v1 kind of situation. So I think at the time that when they're chasing your teammates down, you have to do as much damage as possible, and I don't think heart gives you that.
I think SVR or TTPerfect, they might have to make their move soon. I mean, once they get heart, they should probably make the move. But we were just going to get that relic, and considering the split pushing power of Queen of Pain, here comes the Vacuum Earthshaker going to be casted, as Ravage is going to be used on 2 heroes. They're going to be able to get Queen of Pain, and Earthshaker will be soon to follow. But meanwhile, Weaver is going to be able to push the tower nonetheless, and look how far into their own territory the Scourge is. They can't do much to follow up after that kill. So even though they use Ravage, it's going to be cooldown for another 150 seconds. And, I mean, you had no choice. You had to kill those 2 heroes, but still wasn't the best exchange.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sentinel is completely fine with it. They're trying to go for a split push. They want to kind of elongate the game. You could kind of see that their strategies put very mobile, survivable heroes. Queen of Pain gets out of harm's way with Blink. Same thing with Earthshaker with this Blink Dagger. They just want to play kind of farm all the map and want to get as much EXP for, you know, if they're going for BKB, that's what I personally like to see. But whatever item they're going for, they just want to elongate the game for this Weaver to get fat. And yeah, like you talked about, once that Ravage is going to be used, they can't actually do anything for the next, 100 seconds unless they're going for smoke ganks. Which, by the way, we haven't actually seen too many smoke usage. We saw one for the Scourge to initiate a team fight early on, but for now, I think they got to do a little bit more than that. Naga's one of the best smoke gankers in the late game, simply because Song of Siren has a 1-minute cooldown, so you could use it many times, and the range of that Song of Siren is absolutely insane, so you could kind of just pop it if you even feel like your smoke is going to be about to pop. If your smoke is popped, Song of Siren is in range, so you can always get off a for sure song and use it for ganks, but they're just fun.
One thing that is going for TTPerfect is that they have the heart up, so now Naga can start going for damage. She has 1k gold in the bank, so she can start picking up damage very rapidly. And once she picks up a lot of damage, I mean, a tanky, powerful Naga, man, that is scary to say the very least. Weir's going to get a split push, has finished the Reigns, and is just going to Riptide away. And Dark Seer's picked up a gem, so Weaver won't be able to escape as freely as he could. Of course, Aphotic Shield in conjunction with that Lead Sphere. And Weaver's going to go for the BKB build. Lincoln's BKB, hell yeah.
Of course, that is I guess, the perfect immunity build. Which, by the way, it really is nice when you have everything picked up, but it sucks before that, in my opinion.
Yep, Abaddon's just gonna keep up his levels if he can get 2 borrow time. Hey, all the better, but pretty much he's reached his effectiveness at this point. I mean, he could go for. Is there a mech on the side of the Sentinel? There is not. So I guess if he picks up a mech, then that'll just be so useful. But considering that, it's 35 minutes of the game, and Scourge just never really picked up their true teamfight capability. So we'll see if that actually happens, or if they're just gonna if they're gonna keep getting split pushed upon. They pop the smoke. Can they get anything in return? Earthshaker and Queen of Pain once again want to die together. Earthshaker gonna blink out. Queen of Pain gonna blink out. Will they have the Vacuum to break the trees? Vacuum gonna break the trees, but Queen of Pain blink should be up in a matter of moments. Gonna blink out again. Earthshaker gonna escape once again, and more time wasted by the side of TTPerfect.
A player's forces are under attack.
Man, TTPerfect gotta just push out the creep wave right now, and then just go straight down mid and take all the team fight coming their way, because they can take the team fights. That's what their team is built to do, but they're right now playing Scourge's game, playing Sentinel's game, and you don't want to be playing Sentinel's game because you're gonna get out late.
Yep, Naga's mana once again is drained by the fullest, has arcade boots. But still, EMP Trail just been so annoying. How many arcade boots on the side of Scourge? I count 1, 2, 3.
Forces are under attack.
Dark Seer did not go for arcade, just went for Tranquils. But yeah, EMP won't be doing as much, but still, Invoker's done his job, to say the least. He held out his team for a while, so EMP does not do too much in the rest of the game, which he probably won't because he's Invoker. It's late game. He can do a lot. Another smoke is popped. And one thing I finally remembered what I was going to say is that, what's odd about the split pushing? And split pushing is very survival heroes. We don't see much morphing as Earthshaker's gonna get caught in position. Dies to the Mongols with a vengeance. Very unfortunate. But still, an Earthshaker death, maybe they can get something going. But yeah. No morphing seen in the Southeast Asian scene.
I don't know. I think Morphling is like, it fits her hero. It's a great survivable hero. It's It's great at killing. It's I gotta say better than Weaver in a case like this, but you know it's working out fine. It's working out fine.
Yeah.
And you could kind of justify Lincoln's BKB on Morphling because it's not a bad build. But anyways, here comes two heroes on the mid lane, and again at this point, I hate to feel like a broken record. Scourge gotta just go mid now because this game's not gonna go well.
Well, Queen of Pain has that 40-second cooldown active, so instantly clearing creep waves, and we'll have it for the team fight. So this top lane is going to be in a lot of trouble, but Scourge has to make up their mind. I agree with you. But Weaver Queen of Pain is just so annoying to deal with, and Scourge is just going to be like, screw it, we're going to go all mid. Try to take the tier 2, but we'll see if Queen of Pain is going to provide a little bit of pressure on that top lane. She's going to stick around, so it looks like this tier 2 might be given up for free, but Queen of Pain going to do decent damage all the while.
Yeah, Queen of Pain trying to bring down Tower Splitter if that's gonna miss. There's gonna be Glyph as well. Top, is there gonna pop a Glyph for that tower? No? Queen of Pain already brought down half damage. Seems like Scourge says we just want to go win it right now. Queen of Pain can stay in and go for the trade if he wants to do so at this point here. Shaker and his team, you know, EMP Tornado, everything, they could just actually defend for long enough. Yes, that's exactly what Queen of Pain is doing right now, trying to bring down tower. If should a team fight actually breaks out, it could always TP back. There's a sleep being used. They got, well, where the hell's the Dark Seer? This is what I mean, the Dark Seer is kind of just sleeping. All right, vacuum on 2. Oh, the self yields. Oh, they missed the combo. What kind of combo is that? Tie Hunter's now back on the ground. No more sleep. Tower's alive, by the way. Queen of Pain still working on tower up top. Tower's gonna get
Weaver getting towers all the while, so that sleep, I mean, at least they didn't use any ultimates, but that sleep was completely useless. Only could have caught the 3 supports. They wouldn't even been able to kill the Weaver. Vacuum coming in, Ice Blast not coming in time. Looks like Leshak gonna try to get in position, gonna cast Split Earth. Can they kill the Queen of Pain? Is surged. Gonna blink out once again. Can they kill her? One more hit, one more hit. Yes, they will, but it looks like the Tyrant did take the fall on the returning end. Did he use Ravage?
Well,
He
I
did.
think
He
we're
used
look
Ravage.
Naga Siren right now is being chased down by 3 or 4. Again, he has a heart, that's cute, but at this point here, when you're chasing by 3 or 4, you are going to be in trouble. Blink, Fissure, he's trying to use his sleep. Is he going to pop it off? Oh, it's going to be close. Sakuchi coming in, Radiance Burn, and that's going to be the kill. That's going to be the second kill here. Are they going to go for more? That's a question. Probably not, as the Song of Siren has cooled down. But yes, everything that we predict so far, the fact that the Radiance on the Weaver is going to be a big deal. BKB is finished now, and the fact that they will chase you down no matter how far you go, and the fact that Naga needs DPS output and has none, and because of that, they're losing all these team fights. They gotta just get their AoE combo going, and we still have not seen it yet. We're 40 minutes in the game, man.
I know. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's a little bit difficult when, you know, 2 heroes are constantly split pushing and the other 3 are just like, okay, you can kill us, we have a battle, he's gonna live at the very least. If a Invoker can live, then that's even gravy. I mean, who cares if you kill our Earthshaker? He's level 10, we don't need him that much. He'll respawn after he dies really quickly. And it looks like SPR feeling a bit confident, gonna buy smoke themselves. Unfortunately, we don't have the Rosh timer, so we can't really see what it's gonna be up. But Naga should try to go for DPS, has almost 5k gold in the bank. We'll see what she decides to go for. I think Mantis Style might be a solid choice.
Yeah, I'm liking the Purge Blade a little bit better. Mantis Style is going to get nuked down by the
that's true.
AoE,
and it'll just
AoE
provide fodder to the ES.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Diffusal gives nice DPS and the mana burn with the illusions is nothing to be underestimated.
If she wants to be Matt Baller, she could go for crits, Daedalus, or Berriza as it's called in Dota 1. But I don't think she's that baller.
Well, she can't afford it just yet, so we'll see what she decides to go for. As nothing's happening, as Invoker is going to cast EMP Toriel, going to run the heck out. Naga canceled the let animation, not really too sure why, but the EMP did not land. And meanwhile, Scourge caught in a bit of a pickle as Ice Blast is going to fly in. Only hits Weaver, it doesn't hit the creep waves at all, so just more farm. Looks like Leshak picked up an Ultimate Orb and a Point Booster. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Is this some random Scotty build here on TS?
I guess it's gonna be like Hex Bloodstone, or just keeping all his options open.
I guess so.
It's some weird build. But still, I mean, even if Leshak picks up Bloodstone, he'll be so far away from the action, unless it's in the base. And if it's in the base, then this whole team probably would have died. So Hex is probably the better choice, but it's like Weaver has everything he needs to fight against, you know, initiation. And Queen of Pain has finally fished the Hex of her own. So SVR, I guess experience really matters because I've never heard of TTPerfect, but SVR clearly has experience advantage, and I guess they have some solid drafting because they came with this, even with that early game deficit, they came into this game with
Yeah, the Abaddon pick so far is just doing wonders. I love the Yule's choice here for Invoker. We saw him, using himself up once he got vacuumed, so it kind of put Hunter in a very awkward position. That Ravager did not, and he did not. Eventually they kind of got on. Of course, Force Staff is just always a good item on Invoker. Mostly, the Radiant or Sentinel is just playing very, very solid Dota. And they're capitalizing on the mistake of Scourge, and Scourge is making a bunch of them. At this point, Sentinel about to push for the tier 2 tower, and if they win a big fight there, they can even go for the Roshan, who is up at the moment, although the iVortex not checking them out.
But they don't feel a lead. I mean, they're just gonna Sonic Wave, split push with Weaver, just farm up, get all the map control they possibly need. And if Queen of Pain sticks around, she can provide a bit of pressure, and that opening will give up the Roshan. And it looks like they're gonna try to get gank at the very least on the Weaver, but Weaver just knows that if he ventures too far, he'll be in dangerous territory. So it's just Naga farming. Meanwhile, it's gonna be Ice Blast flying in for creeps, but nobody getting experience on the side of the TTPerfect squad.
Are under attack.
So they're looking in a bit danger. Tyler just picked up the drums. We'll see if they try to get something going. 3 people in the mid lane. Urshika has Haster is going to run the heck out. And the battle is going to be able to pick up the mech very soon, adding even more survivability. But just go back to that Yule's Invoker. I'm not personally a huge fan, but in this case it makes a lot of sense. I remember in the TI2 game, Orange versus eHome, Winter picked up Yule's after like Force Staff, Phase Boots, drums. I was like, Winter, what are you doing? Pick up a Hex! And then Winter never farmed anything for this game, Yule won. And I was just like, oh my god, Winter. But in this case, Yule's makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, when you're trying to dodge those AoE, it is pretty important. Weaver doing the work on the bot lane here. There's no rush to end the game anytime soon. Weaver's going to continue to get fat. Here's the thing for Scourge. They gotta have some kind of sick initiation spell. Right now they have Net. That's it. Gush is not going to be good enough at this stage of the game. And even Net, right, through at least to Weaver, she's got the link in the block it. They gotta need something else, and that something else has to be Tormento's Hex. And checking his go right now, it's got 1400. Does he have any component on the courier? No. Okay, so until they farm a Hex, they can't actually do anything.
Siren being used only on the Invoker. Urshinger blinks him with an Echo Slam. Tornado EMP casted as well. Lek flying in. They're going to be able to kill the Shaker at the very least. Can they kill anybody else? But Song of Siren is used. And meanwhile, Queen of Pain going to go and Tal on the top racks. Will they pursue for this Invoker? It might be a bit of a mistake. Battle gonna be able to borrow time out of there. Weaver doing so much damage. BKB Leshon can't stand a chance. And Queen of Pain is going down on the top racks. Ravage being used. They're gonna kill the Weaver, but can they kill the? No, the racks are taken. So unfortunate. What a pyrrhic victory.
Yeah, pyrrhic victory indeed. Invoker still alive at this point. He's actually basically wasting a whole bunch of time from Scourge. Nice tornado on 2, and that's gonna bait him more time. Queen of Pain melee racks down. It's gonna blink out just fine. And that's gotta do it. There's a Hex. They're actually gonna turn around. She still has Sonic Wave, or yeah, I don't. Maybe she does. I think she doesn't. It's gonna be fine. Either case, it didn't matter whether she has Sonic Wave or not. Not gonna get the kill either way. But what does matter is the fact that he got the racks. And this Naga, perhaps in a little bit of trouble in her own, because that Weaver could have probably brought her down, but you know.
Well, she has a Butterfly, so that's a lot of evasion in conjunction with the Heart. Butterfly, a solid choice, gonna give her a lot of damage, but nothing to really, give her anything to hold people in place with the Purge Blade, nothing to mana burn, but still, Butterfly, like one of the best carry items in the game, so a solid choice nonetheless. But Ice Blast is gonna fly in, do a bit of damage. Will they be able to get initiation? No. Queen of Pain has just camped her butt on that top lane, is not gonna leave it for anything. And one thing I was going to say is that before that teamfight happened, before Queen of Pain got racks, is that one thing that TTPerfect does have going for them is that Wall is going to be more and more useful, but considering everybody's just running around in circles, Wall can't do as much. So,
yeah, I guess Wall and Weaver is going to be okay. Normally I say give you a Radiance, a free one, but then you already have one, so it's a little bit awkward. And to be honest, do you really want a illusion of a Queen of Pain? So, I'm not sure how much that wall is going to do, so.
Well, I mean, it's going to be damage. Need all the damage you can get, but looks like Dark Seer just getting constantly harassed. It's going to be pushed back. Hex was on cooldown, so she couldn't use it. Queen of Pain just staying on that top lane. She's saying, I'm not going to join any team fights, I'm just going to camp here. And be so annoying. Who did this? TI2, like somebody always hit in the trees. I think eHome, like always hit in the trees. and just, you know, pushed.
But she's gonna back off fairly soon. Here comes Naga and his team trying to win a team fight. Quickly check if all ultimately are online. They are. And the question is, who is gonna initiate? It has to be the Sleep, I imagine. It has to catch at least 3 or 4. But if you look at the Shaker, just so far off, Abaddon doesn't matter. He can't sit in front. Invoker has so much survivability item. He is gonna be okay as well. At this point, it is gonna just be positioning, and Scourge's got no time on their hands. They gotta back off because that top is pushing in. So
yeah, without the Dark Seer, they can't do anything. Like,
well, Dark Seer had Breach of Travel, so he is going to be able to join the fight, but he has to be at the beginning of the fight, and now the fight's going to break out. Solemn Siren, where's the TP? It's coming in right now, but the Weaver doing the BKB vacuum. Oh, the Sonic, where's the Ravage? No Ravage! Hunter died in the beginning, and now you see Radiant or Sentinel winning all these fights. Shiver coming in, big damage being done, but the right click coming in from the Queen of Pain. Very low is the Dark Seer. Dark Seer is going to get right click down. Dark Seer, yep, he did. And now we have Weaver chasing in, and this Ancient Apparition trying to TP out. Good luck with that. He's also going to die in this team fight. I think calling it a team fight is really an insult to the Sentinel because they just ganked 5 heroes at the same time. That's how it felt like.
Well, even with the vacuum, like, they clumped up 3. I thought that might have been the perfect opportunity. I think Queen of Pain, Invoker, and Abaddon were all clumped up, but Earthshaker stood in the background, and that's split timing. Who needs a Light of Heaven when you have Earthshaker, Blink Dagger, Echo Slam? You get that momentary 3-second stun, considering nobody on the Scourge has a BKB besides Celestrak. That 3-second stun of Earthshaker executed his combo, Invoker can send himself up in the air. It was just really, really nicely played by his Sentinel, and a bit, maybe Tide should have been a bit quicker to pull that Ravage off.
Yeah, normally with the whatever that shell is called.
Oh, Sleep coming in! Can they get anything done? No, it's just Naga.
He's just checking the Roshan. He wants to take the Aegis. Well, most awkward Sleep in the world, and now they're gonna just sit there and take Roshan without any fear because Sleep is not down. Now, generally with Kraken Shell, you know, your Tide could always get off a Ravage. But not in that case, because the burst damage actually was great enough to pick him off. It looks like the Roshan is doing some significant number of damage on Weaver, but he's going to pick it up. Did he just pop his BKB? Yes, he did.
Maybe
Victory dance.
Vacuum into Ravage, because Ravage was not used, but, I mean, at this point, it's not looking good, to say the very least. This Earthshaker, just look how far he's staying back. Now he blinks forward just to catch up with his team a bit, but he's always, like, a screen away from the rest of his team, just so if Sleep is used, he can just be there. Nice positioning by 520. Putting a bit Chinese in with those numbers. He's been playing pretty well. His visuals and his Echo Slams. He's 1-8, but that doesn't tell you.
He's 1-8, but he's won his team whole bunch of team fights. Blink back here. The Naga Illusion. Here we go. The Sleep being used. Look at Shaker. Very, very far off. The Vacuum. The Ravage. Nice. No, but the Fissure comes in. Where's the Blink Echo? There's a Blink Echo on everybody. Counter initiation is Shaker's name. And now Sonic Wave gets dropped. Weaver right clicking. He's got the Aegis. He's going to die right now. He's going to come back very, very soon. Shaker's going to go down one more time. Where's the damage coming in? No damage from the Weaver. Weaver's still chasing around. Naga Siren finally doing a big number on everybody right now. There's an Invoker going down. Where the hell's Weaver? Weaver full HP, but he's not chasing anybody down. Wow, Weaver gotta carry his team right now, and so far he hasn't done it. But despite of that, look at all the buyback from the Sentinel side. It said, okay, you killed us. We're gonna buy back now. You have no more ultimates, and we're gonna keep pushing. Meanwhile, Range Rax on the top lane here has went down. So that's just the most awkward turn of the game ever, I feel like. They lost a team fight, but they're winning.
No, we saw this in one other game. I hate to keep bringing up the international too, but really, like, the long cooldowns of some team with Ravage and, you know, Naga, or not Naga, but just Ravage and somebody else. I think it was probably like Venomancer All Tour or something like that. And I think it was a DK game where they just pushed in after all the others were used, and then Burning just killed everything because all the Ultras were down. And even though you have Sleep, like, okay, you have Sleep, cool stuff.
Yeah, and that goes back to what we talked about earlier when you asked me, you know, how does the Naga Weaver match up? And you can see that after Naga, the fact that she, after the Solemn Siren decreases in effectiveness because your other AoE spells decreases in effectiveness, she as a hero is not going to match up against Weaver, who at this point still is lacking in one more damage item. The MKB is a very powerful pickup because the mini stun prevents TPL, gives you so much more damage. But I feel like he needs one more item, whatever the item might be. He's gonna just go to town these team fights.
Yeah, I think Sentinel wouldn't have lost that team fight as hard. They're winning a lot of time as Ravage is going to be cooling down very rapidly, but still going to be down for another 35 seconds. But one thing you do have to fault the CS is he stayed a little too far back. He was able to drop the fissure, but he couldn't get in position. So they lost a couple more heroes than they might have, but still the CS has just been playing. He's better safe than sorry, man. I'm not gonna sleep at all.
Yeah, like this move that you don't see a lot of Shaker player do is finding a smoke just for yourself and using it just on yourself. And he's you know, partially using to scout, but mostly is he doesn't want to get caught, get seen by any stray war out there. Chinese, or actually most high-level teams, love to put a ward in front of their base, and using smoke on a single hero will bypass that and allows him to set up perfect echo slam. So for now, he's waiting for his team to push out mid. These Naga illusions are, by the way, so annoying to push against because they're extremely tanky at this point. They are gonna do a lot of damage. Butterfly evasion. There's a freaking Lothar edge. What the hell are we casting right now? He's gonna force that. All right, here we go. It's gotta be perfect. It's gotta be perfect. Here we go. Vacuum into... No! That was not perfect. There's a BKB pop. Rav's going to hit on 2. Borrow time comes in from Abaddon, and now the gank goes the other way. Look at the Weaver right-clicking so far. Down to half HP, but he's going to be fine. Oh, the Dark Seer trying to 1v3. He's not going to be enough. He's going to get blocked, and Sakuchi's going to chase him down. Nice fissure coming out of nowhere. That was a ninja fissure. Dark Seer's going to go down. And everybody's dead at this point. Naga still alive, popping slow, she's looking cool all the time, but it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, Ancient Apparition dies as well. Sonic Wave on the Tide. Yep, a couple more right clicks.
Indeed, there's no way in heck that they could come back because everybody's dead. So they're just going to be able to push down the tower. And I think we said a lot of things of what Scourge did wrong. But really, just the picks. Earthshaker constantly staying back. And what can you do against Abaddon when he initiates? Like, you initiate, and then Abaddon just like, well, I heal everybody up. I somehow stand. I mean, you can lock him down, but...
I don't think he'll heal everybody up, but he for sure protects himself and at least one more person. And that time, sometimes, most of the time, is the swing you kind of need. When you drop all your Ravages, or big AO ultimates, you expect everybody dead. And for sure, 2 people is not dead. And the fact that BKB is the counter, that's kind of what we saw from Light of Heaven during the play at TIT, right? The Enigma pop to BKB. It's an instant spell. It's an instant use of item. And, well, Ice Blast perhaps gonna get the Lord of Avernus. Not really, because he's got the heal. And look at that. That Naga has no chance, man. That Naga is getting on right now.
Yep, Naga getting it bursted down. Another Rex falls. So that's mega creeps. As nicely done by SVR. A little bit sloppy, but other than that, they played pretty much, you know, as well as you could expect. And I think we're seeing a bit of the difficulty because keep in mind this is online, it's on a LAN, and we're seeing difficulty of pulling this off in online play constantly. Ravage was not used probably after the sleep ended, so I guess this is really the best thing to do when you're online.
Which is what? Popping BKB?
No, which is you know, using a giant team fight, because if you wait a split second, you know, everybody's gonna be hammering at that BKB key, but not everybody's gonna be hammering at the Ravage key when you have to time it perfectly.
Yep.
It's a bit trickier online.
That's gonna do it for the game. The scores on the Sentinel side looks pretty horrible, but W is the W, and they did sure take that one splendidly.
Yeah, level 12 ES, not giving a crap on AS level 13. 34-34, as it was a pretty interesting game. Scourge made a lot of mistakes. SVR capitalized, and that's pretty much the end of that. As hopefully y'all enjoyed this cast, as I don't know when the next Dota 1 cast, I'm working on a lot of different things. But Luminous, anything they should watch out for on your channel? Now TI2 is over.
No.
Huh?
That's nothing to watch out for. I recently have been doing pub commentaries, if that suits people's fancy. To get better, get your A game on, that's something to be good. I have no idea what else. We might bring back the Pubbing with Lumi series, the the more popular of the pubbing series. I don't know. It's in contention at the moment, so we'll see.
So basically you have no clue.
I have no fucking clue.
And it can't really be a Dota 1 cast with you on without Luminous swearing.
Yeah.
As I stayed pretty much professional. I didn't swear at all. I'm proud of myself.
I'm not proud of you for not swearing.
Now Luminous is a bad guy, as Weaver ends 22-5, and after that, Abyss will start by SVR. They pulled through, so thank you all for watching, and have a fantastic day.